the gap is too big. So in 20 overs, you have the odd result. You have a bit more. An associate winning a game is less huge, right? The problem, if you look at it, is that ICC over the last 30 years, from Dalmaya onwards, has plugged loads of money into cricket, into all countries to develop cricket. The only thing that no one can do is culture. Countries have either the culture of cricket or they do not have it. One of you pointed out to soccer, and I mean, when I come here to India, I see cricket in India, soccer Argentina. Yeah, it's like soccer in Argentina. Not even if, I mean, it's like South America. You're cricket crazy. I mean, and in fact, if you realize, the subcontinent is the only part of the world where football does not manage to have an impact. You've tried everything, haven't you? You've brought Del Piero, but you don't. The cricket is so big that there's no space for soccer here, and this is the opposite for us. We have to create a culture of cricket, which means obviously building grounds, getting into schools, and then our first coach was a man from England called Doug Ferguson, said installing cricket awareness. When we talk cricket, we talk a game and we say running ball down to third man, settling for a single. We all know it. It's all given for granted. Everything we do needs to be explained, even the most elementary. The 1992 World Cup, for example, was fundamental because of color. The introduction of color. 87 in India was still played in white. Before the introduction of color in Italy, people thought that the batsman and the bowler were on the same side and the fielders were against them. He's passing the ball and he has to. So the other thing why the 1990 World Cup was important, it is that it's the first time that we have identified who is attacking and who is defending. Because you used to say of a bowling thing, it's the bowling attack. Now it's clear that the batsmen attack and the bowlers defend. So it's all these nuances that we totally miss, and we have bigger problems now. Our chairman, our lady, has gone away, but I mean,
no, she's there.
She's there. Oh, Lorena, please come.
She's there on
When I was chairman for 30 years, and when I left 10 years ago, thankfully my problems were nothing compared to hers, because I mean, now that cricket has more money in Italy, but more money means bigger organization. And also the players, I mean, here we have got one of our leading players, Prabhat. I mean, now he's retired, but he was one of our leading players. The players are totally amateur, so they do not practice. When we started bringing in the Italians abroad, ICC had a rule called the development criteria. I don't know if you remember, which said that a player to play for a country had to be qualified in terms of birth, citizenship, or residence, but had to also spend a certain number of. It was a restriction and it was illegal, but strangely for us it was good, because all the players we had to qualify came to Italy, played a season in the Italian Championship, and it wasn't important that they played on Sunday. It was important that during the week they were coaching, that they were telling people what to do, how to handle the ground. We still do not have a grass pitch. We are the first country to qualify for a World Cup without a grass pitch. So I mean, it is obvious that this is huge for us. No, on artificial.
Oh.
If not, I call Fazal Mahmood if I want Matt. So I bring him back from Pakistan from the grave.
What is your process of selection in Italian squad, from a Uber bus driver, from pizza maker? You have all, yeah.
Well, I mean, the process of selection is very easy. I mean, you've got players who play first-class cricket. I mean, and obviously they select themselves. I mean, what is important to understand is that we do not go after the players. The players come to us. Every day people write, I'm from South Africa, I'm from Australia, I'm from England. I want to play for Italy. So, I mean, how you qualify them is obviously how you decide. I mean, in fact, let's take a famous player who played for Italy, Jude Dernbach. You all remember him playing for England, right? A disaster. Played one tournament, disaster. So he didn't do well. So it happens that some people find the motivation, because let's be honest, at this level, it's the motivation for players like this. It's not the money here. There's no money for these players playing in the World Cup. Some may hope to get in some league, to do well and maybe sign a franchise for some league, but it's all motivation. It's all national motivation.
And a young generation is coming.
No, that is our problem. You see, if we look at world cricket, one calls them full members, associates, there's no affiliates right anymore. I put them differently. I say countries who have first-hand players and countries who have second-hand players. Countries who have second-hand players have players who are playing for that country because their original country, they were not good enough. Italy, USA, Canada, I don't know which other, but I mean, Oman, Emirates, we are all got players who are not good enough to play for their countries. So we are their second option, really, aren't we? Contrary, for example, Nepal. Nepal produces its players. And that's a huge difference between Italy and Nepal. The game next week will be two different ways to cricket, opposite one to the other. And obviously, I would like Italy to be like Nepal one day, to produce its own players. Because this obviously is, how do you want to call it, a trick that has got us here. But in the long term, we will not go any further if we don't start producing our players.
How many domestic tournaments do you have in Italy? Domestic tournaments?
Yes, we have
How
a,
many?
No, we have a structure. We have a national structure with a 50-over tournament and a 20-over tournament. I mean,
How many clubs?
I think at the moment playing in this structure around 40.
140. Each city or in some?
No, the map of Italian cricket reflects the
that-
map of Italian wealth. So, a lot of teams in the north, the Milan area, Brescia. Brescia is, as probably some of you may know, is an Asian town now. 1/3 of the population in Brescia is Asian. I think in the Brescia area, I think there's something like 10 teams. So a quarter of Italian cricket is in Brescia. And Milan and Bologna up to Rome. Going south, there's practically nothing. Also because it would be impossible in terms of infrastructure. In Italian soccer, for example, most teams south of Naples play on artificial grounds because it's impossible to build grass soccer grounds.
Kerala, what is the structure of your association, Cricket Association of Italy? What is the structure? President, secretary?
I would think this question should be put to the
And
chairman.
another question, what is the crowd participation in Italy? The average crowd participation, like in football, you will get full
Club
house.
matches are played.
Sorry?
When the club matches are played,
Yeah.
there are spectators there who watch.
Crowd.
I'll tell you a joke. You know what a quorum is? A quorum in a parliament, a quorum. In Italy, we say that when there are more spectators than players, we have the quorum. Maybe the cup final. No, there's no spectators, there's no tickets. The facilities, not only the grounds, but also the infrastructure. I mean, it's a problem if a lady has to go to the ground and has to go to the toilet. Yeah, we still have to.
Mostly these are played in open ground.
And do you have sufficient number of umpires in Italy to watch out the game?
Umpires,
Yeah, that is you.
Rakmir is the head of our umpire. So he can tell you that. Umpires is what is the last of our problems. Now we're okay for umpires.
Would you like to take any help from India to get
We will-
umpires?
Umpires, you have to
and
ask him.
coaches?
I don't answer political questions. Excuse me. I'm now the life of president, so the political questions go to the chairman.
Yeah, I have a question for you.
But anyway, in principle, we will take any help.
I have a question for you. You spoke about the culture you're trying to build within the country, but the culture also depends on neighboring countries getting into cricket. I mean, like the subcontinent. Do you think that is important?
Well, you see-
Nepal is a neighbor to India.
Yes, and obviously that is huge. Think of Namibia, the 2003 World Cup in South Africa. How important it was. How much did South Africa help Namibia to get to that World Cup? And this obviously, we are in the desert. I mean, we are alone. But we are.
Any work on the European front?
We are a unique case. Here's